Satya, Mind, Body, Spirit, Health, and Healing. Isn't it interesting and a bit ridiculous that we feel ashamed simply for being human? For having these horribly embarrassing things called bodies that fart, burp, poop, pee, booger, bleed, pus, sweat, give us pain and discomfort, and that we get to lug around and prop up all day, whether or not we like it. Thank God they are only rentals. But sincerely, fuck shame. Enough hiding our humanness, whether it is farting, burping, or letting out a couple big old sneezes right in the middle of a yoga class. Let us celebrate our humanness together.
And you see the nerves.
Yeah.
You see the nerves. You see great actors. I had one actor who will remain nameless.
Yeah.
And the way he manifested nerves was he would just fart continuously. And I had to be behind him just as we were about to go on stage. And it was farting and burping constantly.
Wow.
And just so nervous. And the minute he hit the stage,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah, and he blamed it on you.
Yeah.
Now, here comes the smelly guy.
Yeah. That spear carrier. But there's something to be said for realizing that they're not superhuman. It's just about the work.
Oh, yeah.
You know.
Oh, yeah. Well, I know. You realize that more and more as you get along in this business. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, not only are they human, they're just painfully human. Like,
I know. Exactly right.
Some good questions to ask yourself if you are truly interested in healing are: how does my body manifest nervousness? How does my body manifest fear? Life has its way of challenging us, especially in these times that have been very intense for many of us. In these times, we need to stay vigilant and remember, as Dr. Sarna once taught us, TMS symptoms essentially serve as an emotional barometer. In these especially difficult times, our brains, or our egos, small self, or resistance, or whatever other name works best within your understanding, will desperately seek out new symptoms in order to redirect our attention to the body. This is something that Dr. Sarno labeled the symptom imperative, aka something demanding immediate attention. I find it funny that David so clearly and easily recognized these symptoms in his friend for what they are, manifestations of mental and emotional phenomena. But I am also very aware that this is far from a common perspective. Most people would immediately be asking their friend what they had had to eat, never once realizing that this may be a nervous reaction. Well, I'm here to say that no matter what the cause, it is still only our humanness, and we ought to accept it both in ourselves and others, and not try to hide it, which only perpetuates the fantasy that our bodies aren't completely out of control sometimes. Also, notice that David's friend's symptoms immediately disappeared the moment he started engaging in the activity he loved. So, is farting and burping TMS? Sometimes, folks. Only sometimes. If you found this to be meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe to support and encourage future creations of this kind. And if you feel the guidance of someone who has been walking this path for some time would be helpful for you, I would love to work with you. I am now accepting bookings at howtosayfupolitely.com.